So, let me just ask you this straight up. Are you tired of that one nagging problem that just keeps coming back, no matter what you throw at it? You know that feeling, right? That sense of déjà vu when the exact same issue you thought you fixed weeks ago pops up all over again? If you're nodding your head right now, you are definitely in the right place.
And this is where the 8D, or 8 disciplines, methodology steps in. Now, let's be super clear. This is not a Band-Aid fix. It's a structured, disciplined, team-based approach designed to dig down to the absolute root of an issue, put a solution in place that actually lasts, and, this is the most important part, change the system so that problem can never happen again.
And you should know, this isn't some new corporate buzzword. The 8D methodology has some serious history. Its roots actually go all the way back to U.S. military standards during World War II. Then, it was famously formalized by Ford back in the 80s as a way to tackle their most persistent quality problems. Today, it's evolved into what we call Global 8D, and it's a benchmark for excellence in industries all over the world.
Okay, so here's the game plan for this explainer. We're going to start with what 8D really is at its core. Then we'll walk through step by step the 9 disciplines. We'll get into when you should actually use this thing, see how it stacks up against other frameworks, and then wrap up with the absolute keys to making sure your improvements stick around for good.
All right, let's get right into it. What exactly is this 8D methodology? The best way to think about it is like a specialized toolkit, for those really tough, stubborn, recurring problems. So let's open it up and see what it's all about.
The whole point of 8D goes way beyond just patching a hole. It's about systematically hunting down and eliminating those chronic issues for good. And what's really crucial here is the shift away from guesswork and hunches. AD demands that you use data to prove the root cause. The end goal isn't just to fix the one broken thing in front of you, it's to fix the system that made the broken thing possible, which in turn boosts your overall quality.
And now we get to the heart of it all, the 9 discipline steps. This is the user manual, the playbook that makes the 8D framework so incredibly powerful. Let's walk through it together.
It all kicks off with D0, the planning phase. First question, is this problem even big enough to meet an 8D? If the answer is yes, you move to D1 and assemble your cross-functional dream team. D2 is critical. This is where you define the problem using nothing but cold, hard facts. Then D3 is all about stopping the bleeding. You put a temporary fix in place to protect your customer right now. And then comes D4, the deep dive. You use tools like the 5 whys to dig and dig until you find not only the root cause but also the escape point, which is basically, where did our process fail to catch this mistake?
So once you've found that root cause, D5 is all about picking and proving the best permanent solution. In D6, you roll it out and use data to confirm that, yep, it's actually working. But D7 is where the magic really happens. This is the step that makes 8D so powerful. You don't just fix the problem, you update your systems, your training, your standards, everything to make sure this type of problem can never happen again. And finally, D8, you celebrate the team's victory. This is huge for building a culture of quality.
Okay, so you've got this incredibly powerful tool in your hands. But, just like you wouldn't use a sledgehammer to hang a picture frame, you don't use 8D for every little thing. So let's talk about the specific times you should be pulling 8D out of the toolbox.
You want to be thinking 8D when the stakes are high. Anytime there's a safety issue, it's a no-brainer. If you're seeing the same customer complaints again and again, or your warranty costs are getting out of control, that's a huge trigger. The key thing to remember is that 8D is designed for complex problems where the cause isn't obvious and the impact is significant. For a simple fix, it's total overkill. But for these big, hairy problems, it's absolutely essential.
Now, for those of you who've been around quality management for a bit, you know that AD isn't the only problem-solving framework out there. So, how does it really stack up against other big names like PDCA and DMAIC? Let's actually put them side by side and see.
You can see right away, these tools are built for different jobs. AD is your specialist for killing a specific recurring problem for good. PDCA is more like a simple repeatable loop, perfect for making small continuous improvements. And DMAIC, which comes from the world of Six Sigma, that's the heavyweight. It's for huge optimization projects that require some serious statistical analysis. The biggest difference? AD's mandatory containment step makes it the go-to for urgent problems affecting customers.
So we know the process and we know when to use it. But just going through the motions isn't going to cut it. To wrap this up, let's look at the critical things that really separate a successful 80 effort from one that just fizzles out.
Success really comes down to the culture and the execution. It has to start at the top, with leadership providing the resources and clearing the path. That empowers a great team to do its best work. And every single decision that team makes has to be based on data, not gut feelings, not opinions. And honestly, none of that matters if you don't have the discipline to follow the process all the way through without skipping steps.
And this really sums it all up, doesn't it? When you truly get the hang of 8D, you stop just reacting to problems. You start proactively making your whole organization better. It literally becomes an engine for creating real, permanent, positive change.
So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. In your work, or your studies, or whatever it is you do, what's that one stubborn, annoying problem that just came to your mind? You have the framework now, so what are you going to solve first?